Grinding noises. Imagine driving a car and suddenly hearing metal scraping against metal from under the hood. You would not just turn up the radio and ignore it. You would pull over immediately because something physical is breaking. The exact same rule applies to your computer. When you're studying for your CompTIA A+ Core 1 exam, specifically the section on troubleshooting drive and redundant array of independent disks issues, you will need to know how to diagnose grinding noises. This is one of the most terrifying sounds a computer can make because it almost always means permanent data loss is happening right at that very second. To score a perfect 900, you must understand exactly what is making that sound and what your immediate professional responsibility is. Let us look inside the hardware to understand the mechanics of a grinding noise. Modern solid-state drives have absolutely no moving parts, so they are completely silent. Therefore, if you hear a grinding sound coming from a storage device, you are absolutely dealing with a traditional mechanical hard disk drive. Inside a mechanical hard drive, there are circular magnetic platters made of glass or aluminum that spin at incredibly high speeds, typically 5,400 or 7,200 revolutions per minute. Hovering just a few microscopic nanometers above these spinning platters are the read and write heads, which are attached to an actuator arm. These heads are designed to fly on a tiny cushion of air and should never, ever physically touch the magnetic surface of the platter. However, if the drive is dropped while it is running, or if the internal spindle motor bearings simply wear out from years of use, that delicate cushion of air is destroyed. The metal read and write head crashes directly into the spinning magnetic platter. Because the platter is spinning so incredibly fast, the metal head literally carves a deep circular trench into the magnetic coating, violently scraping away the actual physical material where the ones and zeros of the user's data are permanently stored. This catastrophic physical collision is exactly what produces that horrific grinding noise. For your certification exam, you must know the exact troubleshooting steps for this specific scenario. The moment you hear a loud grinding noise coming from a hard drive, your absolute first and only priority is to immediately turn off the computer to stop the platters from spinning. Every single second the drive continues to spin while making that noise, more of the magnetic coating is being shredded into dust, and more data is being permanently destroyed. You cannot fix a head crash with a software utility or a command prompt tool. The drive is physically dead. If the data on that drive was not backed up to a redundant array of independent disks or a cloud server, your only option is to send the drive to an expensive, specialized data recovery laboratory where professionals will open the drive inside a clean room to try and salvage whatever data is left on the undamaged portions of the platters. By understanding the physical mechanics of a hard drive head crash and knowing that immediate power shutdown is the only correct response, you will confidently answer these hardware failure questions on your test.